I'm so sorry.
And we're joined by Simon Leslie, and I know.
I just said to this guy, and I'll do it to you right here and now. So I've done it with Alan. Thank you.
So, David, here we are, 3 games to go.
Absolutely.
Massive one today.
Oh, it's a huge one, isn't it? I mean, this is a record-breaking league fixture for the club, and this is what it's all about. And I just spoke to Alan Williams, actually, and said to him, if anybody's in any doubt as to why we sold the club to Simon and Alan coming in, today is the reason. Yeah. Because what they've done over the last 2 seasons is get us to the point where this should become the normal. Yes. But what an atmosphere today.
Oh, I totally agree. And I mean, you know, fans queuing up outside at 12:15, I was out there with them, singing songs at 11:30 in the morning, fans arriving at the ground at 10:30 this morning. It's just an amazing day. And I mean, I think the whole league this year, I mean, when that computer generated the fixtures at the start of the season, to think that on Good Friday you've got 3rd at home to 2nd and 1st at home to 4th.
Absolutely.
With any one of the top 6 still able to win the league. Yeah. I mean, it's
and I think it's, if us and Torquay were to win today, we go into the final 2 games of the season with 1 point between the top 4 teams.
Yeah.
I mean, what a crazy league. But what great quality as well. That's the thing.
And it's been spoken about around the world. We've been a part of that roller coaster ride.
And I think that the beauty for me, there's 3,662 people here today. There's hundreds that wanted to be here today that can't be here. I just hope they turn up again next Saturday.
Yes.
And actually, if we can get this going every single week down here, then Eastbourne have got something to be really, really excited about going forward.
I totally agree. And I mean, yeah, it's just, I mean, look at the ground now. I mean, we're 2:15, 2:10, and it's fuller than it would be on a normal day.
Absolutely.
And there's still queues and queues of people coming through.
And there's only half the people in here.
Look at the queue outside. It's madness.
It's a
great day to be a Borough fan, an exciting time. We'd love to win the league, of course we would.
Yeah.
As much as we want to win the league, if we don't, and if we get into the playoffs, don't actually fear anybody.
No, and I think, do you know what? If we end up in the top 3, then I think we go up. There you go. I'm going to make that prediction. Because if we get straight through to the playoffs and we're at home, I don't fear anybody at home. I don't fear many away from home. But at home, at Priory Lane, we can beat absolutely anybody. And we deserve to be going up into the football league, into the National League next season.
100%. And I mean, I've said for a few years now, even from when we was in it before, that basically the National League is EFL free. They might as well rename it, right, because of the teams in it. And we do deserve our position there, right? We've been there before. A lot of hard work from people at the club.
And everybody in the top 6 is going to say the same thing.
100%.
And I think that's the thing about this season is it's a tough league to get out of. And this is our chance, this is our opportunity to go ahead and do that. If we don't do it, okay, we don't do it, but it's not from want of trying. And it's not from want of not having the quality. It might be that one little incident changes that. But I think everybody should be really proud of just looking around this ground today and going, whatever the result, whatever the outcome, we're here today with 3,662 people and hundreds outside not being able to get in that want to be here for an Eastbourne Borough Football League game.
Yeah.
And that's an achievement in itself.
Massive. And the AZN have got it on today, and I know Worthing have been in it live at their ground, and I believe one of the fans said that they've got like 450 tickets. Our bar's packed with people who couldn't get in. What a great day for Sussex soccer.
I sent the link this morning to people in America.
Right.
So there are people in America that are going to be getting up to watch this game of football.
Massive. And it's huge. It's huge. And we do deserve it. I mean, like you say, every team's going to say exactly the same thing. Coming back to today, I mean, obviously we've got a very young side.
Yeah.
Young players that probably haven't got the experience of this. And, I took out of Adam's interview yesterday when he said, But when you get out there, they shouldn't hear the noise. A professional shouldn't hear that noise. They should just be focused on what they're doing. But obviously, it's going to be noisy today. There's going to be a sing-off between Eastbourne and Worthing. Worthing have brought their boys, and we're all camped up the river end, waiting to make our noise up there. I just think that as much as we're a young side, and people say, "Oh, are we going to be slightly nervous?" I think Worthing replicate that in the fact that they know no team has come here and beat us this year. Absolutely. And they need to beat us.
Listen,
the point's no good for them. They've got Dorking on
Monday. No good for anybody. No, I don't think either team want to draw today, and that's a really good thing for today, because I think both teams are going to go for it. I hope neither team suffers from stage fright, if I'm honest with you. I hope they go out there and they absolutely have a humdinger of a game. Yes. Between two great footballing sides, two managers who like playing football and actually going for it. And I think it's an opportunity to see two of the best footballing sides in the league going hammer and tongs at it and really having a go. And I hope that's what the fans get today, the real spectacle of football.
We've seen it all. I mean, you go back to the mid sort of noughties, when we had that season with Lewis and we was up the top there all season.
Absolutely.
And, we ended up going up through the playoffs. This just seems different today.
And listen, let's not forget the history.
No.
All right. And, so this is, the club isn't a two-season club. No. We have been in the National League before. I remember being on the closing credits of Setanta Sports with tears rolling down my face, hugging Ben Austin's shirt that I'd managed to rip off his back up at Stevenage. So we have done it before. We've been there before. I don't think we quite have the fan base that we've got now. We didn't have the exposure that we've got now. We certainly didn't have the finances to go and do it. I spoke with Gary Wilson earlier on this week. His first season in the National League, his weekly budget was about £4,600 a week, against the likes of Wrexham with £100,000 a week. We're in a slightly different position this time, and that's where I think it feels different. So I don't think we should ever forget we've done it before with our county league players going up through the ranks. Gary Wilson as the third longest standing manager in the country, and some of us experienced that, and we should never forget that.
Behind two legends, it's Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger.
But I think this time feels a little bit different. And I have just gone and shook Alan Williams by the hand and Kim Williams. I gave her a big hug, and I'll do the same for Simon today. And he said, "What's that for?" And I said, "Alan, that's just to say thank you. Because when we took the difficult decision to sell the majority shares in this club, it was for days like today. And actually, within 2 years, you've delivered. And so it's justified what all the founding fathers decided to do, because lots of them are still on the charity and had to make that decision at our pushing. But today means we can all sit there and proudly look and go, it was the right decision. And whatever happens over the rest of this season, I hope the fans now start going, it was the right decision. Let's not forget the past, let's not forget the history, but now let's look to the future and what these guys are actually doing for this football club to take us on to the next step and the next stages."
I'm just standing here echoing every word you say. As somebody who, obviously, on and off, I've been watching now for 30 years, the start of this season, Alan said, "Oh, you'll get on the coach." And I went, "No, I won't." Do you know I'm a regular on that coach now because I enjoy it.
Oh, I've just been pulled up that I haven't done the coach yet.
You've got to do it. You've got to do it. Do Salisbury on Monday. It's good fun on there. But it's good people on there, and it's, it does generate the support.
And listen, let's hope next season that we replicate the trip up to Altrincham. So I don't know if you remember going up to Stoke to play Altrincham in the playoffs.
I actually never went to that game.
So I can remember it. And I can remember pulling into the service station with about 4 or 5 Eastbourne Borough coaches, and the service station being full of Eastbourne Borough fans in their shirts, the coaches all going off to this away game. And the atmosphere that was in the services, on the coaches, at the ground. And I think that's what's exciting about the future, is we're already taking 2 coaches to away games now in the National League South. Next season, if we get in the National League, that'll be some long old trips.
Very long.
On quite a few coaches, I would imagine. And that's where we need the 3,600 that are here today to carry on getting behind the team going forward.
100%. And you know, I mean, obviously I'm on the committee of the supporters club, and we run the travel. And I mean, Paul and John, who do the coaches, they've done an amazing job this year. And obviously they'll continue to do that next year, and it does make it. But we've always said about this club that it's a family club, right? Eastbourne Borough. A lot of the older fans don't want to embrace the new. But I think days like today, it's going to make them embrace it.
Listen, you're always going to get that. So I never forget the first game that I went to that I couldn't get my space behind the goal. And I was devastated. I was like, what's going on here? Why? I stand here every game. I've been here since we were parkside. But guess what? As the crowd gets bigger, you have to adapt. You have to embrace it. You have to grow with it. And some of the old guys, listen, it annoys me that some people still don't recognise the history of the club. And they only see it as now. But of course that's right, because they've just started supporting the club. Doesn't make them any less as a supporter. Doesn't mean that they care about it any less. But it's important. Here he is.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
And we're joined by Simon Leslie, and I know.
I just said to this guy, and I'll do it to you right here and now. So I've done it with Alan. Thank you, because the reason we trusted you with this club is for days like today, and you've absolutely smashed it out of the park and delivered everything that we trusted you with. So thank you.
And same again next Saturday.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Simon, you know that's echoed by me as well. You are, as the song says, magic, and we love you.
I'm going to get a magic hat.
Dave, I know before you go and get your seat, because otherwise you won't get one.
Absolutely.
Then you'll be moaning at me.
Yeah.
I know you've got a personal message for someone running the marathon next week. So
yeah, Matt Townsend, I know you're an Eastbourne Town fan, but deep inside, I know you'd love to be here supporting Borough today. But you're running the marathon next week for prostate cancer, a really important cause for lots of men. Matt, I'm really, really proud of you. The whole of Borough will be behind you. And later on, some of the crowd will be singing you a song, mate. Good luck next week.